Hi, this is Julia with Divyana Alchemy, and today I'm going to share a recipe with you that is delicious and can be made any time of the year. So what I'm making today is a Lucuma lemon zest cookie, and they're rolled into little balls, so they're kind of bite-sized, and they're great with hot tea. So I'm just going to start by placing 1 cup of coconut flakes and about a half a cup of raw Brazil nuts in the food processor. And I'm doing this first just to break down the nuts to make sure everything is like in a smooth kind of consistency for the end product. So we'll start by doing this, just pulsing. Alright, and you know it's done when you stop hearing the rattling of the Brazil nuts. It should look kind of like a flour, and it's starting to come together a little bit. But we're going to be adding coconut butter in this recipe, so it's going to stick together and be like a really nice cookie dough. So I'm just going to add all my ingredients now. I'm going to start with maca powder, and I'm just going to add a couple teaspoons of maca powder, say about 2. You can do kind of, 1 teaspoon to 1 tablespoon in this recipe, depending on how much you like maca, but it's got really nice adaptogenic properties. Helps your body adapt to stress and balances hormones. And what I'm using here is a raw Lucuma powder. Lucuma is kind of sweet. It's a fruit from South America. This is about a 1/4 cup of Lucuma. And this is going to be the predominant flavor, so I'm adding, a good amount. But it's very high in things like iron, vitamin C, and it's really, really delicious. Tastes kind of like a maple flavor. And then I'm going to put a little pinch of salt in here. This is Himalayan salt. And then we've got vanilla powder. I'm going to add about a teaspoon or so. You could add 1 vanilla bean also if you don't have vanilla powder. But vanilla powder is just really easy to use. And now this is a little microplane grater, and I'm just going to grate some fresh nutmeg in here, and that'll pop the flavors really nicely. And then we're going to have lemon zest. I'm not adding any of the lemon juice because that will change the texture of the product, and it won't be as much like cookie dough if you add the lemon juice. So I'm just adding some lemon zest here. I would say about a half a lemon's worth of lemon zest. It's really fragrant, and I'm going to add just another layer to the cookies. That sour flavor and kind of bitterness. So there we go. That's a good amount of lemon zest. You can do a little more if you like, but I think that's going to be good. Any kind of microplane or lemon zester will work fine. And then our last 2 ingredients that we're going to use are coconut butter. This is coconut flakes that have been ground up, basically. Let's see if we can get it out of here. I did put it in hot water, so it's a little easier to get out because right now it's winter and it's pretty cold. So just going to get this out of here. You can use any kind of coconut butter. Sometimes I stone grind my own coconut butter, and it's just the dried coconut flakes. So you can do it however you like. And that's about a half a cup of coconut butter. So it's really heavy on the coconut butter. It's going to be a really rich, delicious cookie. And then I'm using honey as a sweetener. This honey is actually from a local farm here in Washington. and it's a wildflower honey, so it tastes kind of almost caramel-like. But you can use any kind of honey you want in this recipe, but it will affect the flavor of the cookies. So, you know, 2 to 3 tablespoons of honey is going to be good, depending on your sweetness desires. And that's going to be it. So next thing we do here is just blend it up. Alright, that's what you want. You want it to be coming together like a cookie dough. It's going to be sticking together more than, you know, a pie crust would be sticking together. And let me just wipe off my hands here. Got a little honey on my finger. Okay, so I'm going to taste it one more time. Make sure the flavor is perfect. And that's very good. So they're definitely ready to go. And all we're going to do is just roll them into balls, about a teaspoonful. And just roll it between your hands like this. And they're going to be like just a little ball. So I'll make a couple of these. And then there's one last step that we want to do, since they're, you know, kind of oily on the outside. Adding a powder is gonna make them just look beautiful. So just roll out a couple of these and I'll show you the next step. Alright, so now I have a few of them here, and I'll just start by showing you what I do next. So I've got some more Lucuma powder right here, and I'm just sifting it into a bowl because I don't want any lumps to form on the outside of the ball. So I'm just going to sift a little bit here. It's easy to get that through there. It's all going to break up nicely. And then I'm just going to add one little thing. A little bit of cinnamon. I didn't add cinnamon to the cookie, but having it on the outside is just a little accent. Is really, really nice. So you just want to mix that up a bit, and then we're going to roll the cookies in there. So they have this nice powdered coating. It's almost like a powdered sugar on the outside. I don't know if any of you have ever had Mexican wedding cookies, but they're kind of similar to those. Kind of get that buttery flavor from the coconut, and then the powder from the lucuma. And there you have it, little lucuma lemon zest superfood cookies. Enjoy!